This is the prolific teaching ministry of Apostle Tolu, the lead pastor of His Worship Christian Network. Brace yourself for an experience of enlightenment, education, and transformation as you engage with this episode.
We have labored to look at three different dimensions of time. The first one is none, and none is advertised as a transition gate. It's the economy of divine signs, utterances, and communications that prepare people for a transition. So when the chronos is about to end and the kairos, that opportune moment, is about to take place, God begins to invest in communications. They come as signs, they come as utterances, they come as visions, sights in the spirit, all of them to prepare you for transition. That's what nom is. It's the English word now. There is also the word kairos. And kairos advertises to us the regular measurements of time. 1 week, 1 month. And there is nothing significant happening. But that is a regular passage of time. And according to my studies, I found out that kairos is God's gift to everybody. Chronos is God's gift to everybody. Whether you are aligned with the will of God or not, you will count days, you will count years, you will count months. Some people have been around for 50 years. They have no plans to acknowledge Jesus as Lord, but they celebrate birthdays all the time. So it means that the chronos is God's universal gift to everyone. And when you meet natural men, they generally relate from the consciousness of the chronos. They don't understand that times are different. They don't understand that a day is special. They just keep living. It's a beastly existence. Because your goat wakes up and keeps sleeping and waking up until one day he sleeps, either hit by a car, deliberately killed, or do goats die by old age? I think it should be possible, but it's not common in Africa, because somebody will have occasioned untimely death for the goat. Yes, now. How many chickens die naturally? I've only seen one in a lifetime. She gave birth to so many. The chicken, the hen even had a name. Jemima. It was our neighbor's hen. It had become so domesticated, understood basic commands, had many children, and it was from that hen I knew that the children know their mother, even when they are fully grown. It just fell one day and died. So it was, and the family gave it a befitting burial. I stand before God, I lie not. Some of the cocks and the other hens that she had given birth to were in loud shouts when he died. They buried it under one guava tree. I still remember. Dug a hole and buried it there. Even the owner wept. I think maybe 1992 or 93. Yes. But now, because of the times, most of them die untimely deaths. I'm saying that chronos is God's public gift. What he gives, however, to his children is what we call kairos. That time measurement that advances the counsels of God, that advances the agenda of God, is what we call a kairos. It is that moment appointed, that opportune time in the divine process, but it is many times also accompanied with a demonic purpose. So every time God earmarks a moment, many times you also see Satan pick that moment for his own enterprise. So the realm of the spirit impacts on the natural, not in chronos, but in KAIROS. It's a spiritual moment. One of the meanings of the word KAIROS, sometimes they run a lot of meanings, is harvest time. So I understood from the prayer we prayed on Sunday that it was not just a preparatory prayer, it was actually we're incident on that season. So a KAIROS is also a harvest time. A KAIROS advertises what you call the creative power of opportunity. God set something in his realm, and that thing produces results. So somebody has been looking for a job all the while, and then a CEO walks in and looks at the person. That you are with the CEO is opportunity. But it's not every day you are with a CEO that you get a job. But the KAIROS is when opportunity demonstrates its ability to create impact. So the CEO says, follow me, and walks into the office and says, how much per month? So what will I be doing? Let's settle how much first, and then we'll give you something to do. That's opportunity, which is proximity. But that opportunity now births a result. So KAIROS is what demonstrates the creative power of opportunity. It's not every day you are close to a great man that you become great. It's not every day that you are close to an anointed man that you become anointed. It's not every day that you are close to a helper that you get help. But when it is the KAIROS, what it does is that it unlocks the powers, the creative powers in opportunity, so that it can produce results. My cry to God is that as you walk into this window of opportunity, its creative powers will be released. Its creative powers will be released. And so tonight we speak to opportunity. Yes, because it has a name, we address it. And I speak to opportunity on your behalf, that in this season, release your creative powers. Release your creative powers. Release your creative powers. Jesus was working. He was working. He was working. And the crowd was pressing on him. And in the midst of a crowd was a certain woman who was battling with an issue of blood. She heard that Jesus was passing, and that was opportunity. And she said in her heart, if I can but touch the hem of his garment, then this my flow of blood will dry off. And so she meandered through the crowd. What was a negative became a positive. Because as she moved, there was a stench. That stench became access. Because every time she came close to you, you stepped away until she got to Jesus. And immediately she touched the hem of his garment, the pool or the flow of blood dried up. Jesus turned back and said, who touched me? Then Peter decided to lecture him. How can you ask who touched you? There are so many people, I'm trying to bring his utterance into this context. There are so many people who were opportuned to touch you. But it was for one woman that opportunity released his creative powers. Virtue flowed out of her, of you. And the woman came timid to say, it is I. Oh, this season you will touch him. We have come so close. We have come so close. Oh, once more in the name of Jesus, I decree into this window of opportunity, release your creative powers. Make a way for the people of God. Make a way for the people of God. Let the disappointments come to an end. In the name of Jesus. What I'm doing now is what you will do. That's how you survive. It's what you will do. It's what you will do. That's how the partnership is released. And that's what I'm trying to explain. That's what I'm trying to explain. Seito paruva hakano runte sisa betutusia kalaliste sambiko verduna sata soleniva rato atekena kaibre bikeso seiko bataya. Let those shut out creative powers be released.
This is the prolific teaching ministry of Apostle Tolu Agboola, the lead pastor of His Worship Christian Network. Brace yourself for an experience of enlightenment, education, and transformation as you engage with this episode.